Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Creature Corner. Nothing happened. Where tonight we are going to do a Horsepital's preview. So, first of all, this is the Hotfix show about non-human player characters or protagonists, and we've got tons of really good ones tonight. We've got, of course, our favorite fabulous monkey in Donkey Kong to start us off. But then we have St. Hazel's Horsepital, which if y'all have never heard of that game, it is an absolute wild ride and is more cursed than anything that I've seen in a good long while. Definitely stick around for that. And then, of course, the classic Sonic R after that, featuring Amy to get into that Horsepital spirit. And finally, we'll cap the night off with TUNIC Lawnmower Percent, which is exactly what it sounds like. Our favorite fox is going to cut down every blade of grass in the game. So if you like anything that you just heard, please stick around because all of these runs are not only going to be featured tonight, but they are also going to be featured at Horsepital's 2026, benefiting the National Women's Law Center, which is starting on Sunday. So that's really exciting. It's a whole week-long marathon featuring femmes, women, and all the folks who like gaming. So this one, by the way, Donkey Kong 64 that's about to come up, will be our Friday night bonus game if it gets met. So absolutely watch this one here and then support it again at Frost. This is Donkey Kong 64, any percent 3 Kongs by Ad129. Let's Donkey Kong it up.
Hello, everyone. Again, nothing happened. It says empty. Nothing happened. I'm excited to showcase for you tonight Donkey Kong 64, any percent 3 Kongs. We'll get into that, but my lovely commentator would like to introduce itself.
Hi, I'm Nardi20. I'll be commentating this. I'm very excited. This is a beautiful and broken run, so let's get to
it. Broken is an understatement. All right. We can begin in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. So, to kind of give you the massive summary on how this run works, there are 5 Kongs in this game. Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Tiny Kong, Lanky Kong, and Chunky Kong. And so, as the category suggests, we will be doing any percent 3 Kongs. And so, we'll get into which ones we'll be collecting very soon. But first, we must introduce the best Kong, in my opinion, Cranky Kong. So everyone go say hi to Cranky Kong.
Hi, Cranky.
Cranky essentially gives us our moves that we'll be using for the run. And so we'll be doing these training barrels that will give us a dedicated move, because we can't do any of the moves that we'll be seeing very soon. And so we're going to be going to this area. This game's also very laggy, but we'll get into that much later. Right, so here's our first one. If Nardi, you want to talk about these barrels?
Yeah, this first one, we have to dive down and grab this coin. These barrels are generally like training us how we play the game. But interestingly, they also unlock the move. So if you skip these barrels, you can't swim, you can't throw oranges, you can't throw TNT barrels. You get a lot of essential moves here.
Yeah, exactly. Here we have oranges. This is my favorite move, mainly because it is essentially the key that breaks the entire game in half. And so there we just spam the oranges because we literally don't need to kind of throw them out in the open. We can just immediately blow them up and we'll win that challenge. And then here we'll do our last one for now. This is the barrel one. And so barrels are in many of the bosses, and so for one of the bosses we'll be doing, we're going to actually need this move. That's the only time we'll need to do this, by the way, is this mini game and then the boss that we'll be doing very soon. All right. So now that we're done with those 3, we actually don't finish the barrels. We actually leave that last one. That last one is actually for the vines, which we don't need that in this run. And so we're going to do our first glitch here. This is called Swim Through Vertical Walls. Essentially, the way that works is if you zoom in on the north-facing angle, your degree goes above 360. And so if you don't move, you will essentially just
basically
you'll just swim through the wall.
Yeah, the collision detection I think thinks that you're on the other side of the wall, so it's like you're coming from the back of the wall. You can walk through it.
Exactly, yeah. This game's very weird about walls, which we'll be seeing a lot. Here's a trick called Swim Through Shores. Name is pretty obvious. You just swim through a shore, and then now you're out of bounds. We do this to enter this area. This is the Banana Fairy. Essentially, we need one move here, which is the camera. And that's everything we'll need for this section, because the camera is essentially what makes this category possible without anything that's too inconsistent. But again, we'll get into that much later.
That would usually require
Now
tiny
we're gonna
pond, but because we had swim through shore, we can just go in there.
Yeah, exactly. Something that normally happens, I'm surprised it didn't happen there, is that like exit out of that area is like a little too big for Donkey Kong, and so you like sometimes get like stuck on that door frame. All right. So now we're going to be entering our first level. If you want to explain moon kicks, because moon kicks are going to be what we're going to be seeing for the next minute.
Yeah. So if you interrupt an aerial attack with a kick, basically aerial attack sets your gravity to I think 1/8 the normal gravity, so you can kind of just fly around the level.
Yep. And so we're seeing that in action right now. And so we're just going to be doing some platforming, as they say, around the island into a level that we'll talk about very soon.
This is what Donkey Kong's normal jumps look like, right?
Yeah. Oh, nice. So, yeah. So you can see me there. I was like moving very fast, and the reason why is because I threw oranges. So remember when I mentioned how lag is very important in this game? Essentially, lag on the N64 version is, the way it works is Rare designed it in a way where if you have more lag, the more speed you'll get. And so we use that to our advantage in many places. It's a bit of an oversight.
Right there,
we don't use it much in this run. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say right there, we skipped the blocker on that door by like backing into it, because Donkey Kong's hitbox is sort of off center, and then punching into the door, and it lets us get to that collider a little bit sooner than we should have. We should have had to collect some stuff to get in there.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say as well for this, we are in the 5th level in terms of like normal story progression. So we're like around 7 minutes in, and we're already on the 5th level, and that is very purposeful. This game is also very well known for sequence breaking, and so we just did a large amount of sequence breaking. This area, the Trophenscope, you normally need to collect a certain number of colored bananas or individual bananas to open this boss area. You also need a specific Kong. As you can see, this cutscene has Chunky. We don't have Chunky yet, but we'll see how the game handles that. And so we sequence broke into this boss early. We sequence broke into this level early as well with like 0 golden bananas. So now we are here with Dogadon, and we're going to be doing a trick that I don't know how it honestly works. I just like doing it, which is called Dogadon or Dogadon Quick. So gonna do this, line myself up. It should be good. There we go. So that's immediately killed the boss. And so, yeah, done quick. The reason this happens, to my knowledge, is if you get hit on the same frame that he gets hit, the game doesn't really know how to handle that, and so it immediately just kills the boss. And so that's why we're able to just do this boss this quickly. But we got our first key. Normally I would do some funny bit when we would do this in Angry Aztec, which is the 2nd level, where like, oh, we collected the 2nd key. Now we will see what it opens up. But here, we will actually just do the normal progression, because that's all we do in Fungi Forest. We just get that key and we just get out of here. Also, here's fall damage. Doesn't exist in DK64.
If you're crouching while you're falling,
all right,
no fall damage.
Yeah. Nope, no fall damage. Again, games from Rareware back in the N64 era were very much well built. You can do similar types of things in Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie to just not take fall damage. But we're here. We are here in K-Lumsy. This is essentially the person who will open up levels for us. And so with opening levels, there are cutscenes. And so if Sane, you have anything to say for this early part of the run, now's a great time.
Horsepital. Oh, very well. Hospitals is coming up and will be live March 8th to 14th, benefiting the National Women's Law Center. You can check out the full schedule at gdq.gg/schedule or use !FF in chat to learn more. And I wanted to ask both of you, what runs are you excited for?
That's a really good question. Or do you want to go first on this one?
I mean, I think it's obvious. I'm excited for DK64.
That's very true. That's very true. I think other than DK64, I think the run I'm excited for is the studio run of Blood on the Clock Tower.
Absolutely.
That's going to be very exciting. As someone who learned how to play Blood on the Clock Tower at AGDQ this year, I adore it now, and I will love to see how it's done in studio.
I also love Blood on the Clock Tower, by the way, just for the record. Love that game. Unfortunately, that showcase is actually going to possibly take place at some other point in the future, but we have a ton of other really cool in-studio runs I want to shout out. For example, we have the Kirby Air Riders Studio and Fatals showdowns, which are going to include like other Fatals just showing up and battling Jen and Char. That's going to be really fun to watch. Also on we also have in studio Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Hades 2, and a bunch of other really cool stuff. So hopefully Blood in the future, though. I'm so with you.
Yeah. All right. So now we are in Creepy Castle. This is the 7th level of the game, by the way. Whatever time we're at right now, we're in the second to last level, essentially. This level is the most important level in the run, other than Hideout Helm and Frantic Factory, which has the boss keys we'll need for the final boss. The reason I say that is this boss, the gimmick for this boss is, again, 7th level, you should have all the Kongs by this point. And so it's a boss fight with, I won't spoil the boss yet, but you're going to cycle through all the Kongs. And we'll get into why that is important later. I will say as well here, there is a flashing lights warning because there is lightning that is not nice. And so, again, flashing lights warning. But essentially, entering this area, we will be fighting a cutout of King K. Rool. And the developers gave it a really awesome name, King Cutout. So, very interesting. And so, we're going to be doing this fight, but you're going to see how I kind of route this in terms of how I handle saving the Kong. So, we haven't saved the Kong yet. So, there he is. The music is awesome, I'll say that. And so, there's Lanky Kong. And we wait a bit, and then now here we have Tiny Kong, who is one of the Kongs to save, but we're not going to save her yet. All right, we're going to go here, exit the level. Okay, save Chunky Kong. We're going to save and reset. So now we are all set, and now we're going to be doing the most important glitch in the run. There's a lot that goes into this glitch, and I'm going to hand it off to Nardi for the next couple of minutes to kind of just explain what is going to be happening. Because I need to be kind of locked in for this entire section.
So, this is intro story glitch. One of the things you can do in this game is watch the story. It plays a bunch of cutscenes in a certain sequence. During those cutscenes, there are transitions between cutscenes. Those transitions between cutscenes, if you are in a cutscene while one happens or after one happens, and it has not played, it will take you to whatever cutscene in the intro story that transition was supposed to go to. There are ways to avoid that. There's something desirable at the end of intro story. But all these like transitions in the middle, we want to not get caught by them and have to watch the entire intro story. So there are a few times that ad is watching for that they have to do certain actions, go through a cutscene that'll take them not to the intro story, but to some other cutscene that actually ends in order to avoid watching the entire intro story. The first two here, there's one at 55 seconds and one at 126. Okay, so we missed the first one. Yeah. It's a very, very...
This one is the hardest one.
It's a very, very tight time window.
Yeah. Essentially, we get there around like 40-ish seconds according to my timer, and I have a 6-second window to enter that level. And that entrance specifically is just brutal sometimes. Because sometimes you get the right like angle for the level entry, and then you just like don't have enough like kind of like space to like grab the loading zone, and so you just gotta like, oh, okay, gotta reposition, do all this, possibly have to redo it. So
yeah, and
this is this kind of the most worrying part of the run, but
this is like stacked glitches, right? So like we're like Ad is doing intro story glitch, but then during intro story glitch has to do this like weird angle and weird attack to get into the loading zone to move to the next zone and to skip the or to avoid the intro story cutscene. So like it is just glitch after glitch after glitch, and everything's like very, very tight.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the time window here is very short.
Game is that sometimes it might break on you.
True.
Yeah,
nice.
There we go.
Nice.
First try.
Yeah, woo.
So that gives me like a 5-second buffer to just wait around. Okay. Now I got to be careful here, because if I do die, I will be put into the intro story, because that is a cutscene. And so right now we're going to be waiting. We're going to go back to Trofinskov to save Tiny, but again, we're under that timer, so I have specific timing cues to kind of enter everything. So this is the part that I normally don't mess up, but again, I shouldn't say too much, because you never know. All right. So we're just waiting around for a minute and 26.
Yeah. Basically, what these entries do is if you go through a cutscene that overwrites the destination map, I think, that you go to, then you can avoid the intro story. But it plays a cutscene that like is determined from an index from the intro story, so you see that weird cutscene. Usually you wouldn't see that there.
Yeah, that is an unused cutscene, essentially. All right, flashing lights warning again, by the way, because we're entering this cutscene, and we're going to be watching that intro again. Normally, you don't watch this intro when you enter, but since we're in intro story, again, it's going to be replaying those cutscenes. Something really funny effect of intro story glitch is there's no music for a while, and so you just hear just the sounds of everything. Which honestly is my favorite part of just doing intro story glitch, is you get no music for a long while, and then you'll hear the DK rap for a while. But we'll get into that. All right, we're gonna leave here. I have a queue for 2 minutes and 33. All right, there we go.
Perfect.
And then I leave around here around 2:36, so that overlaps a cutscene. Perfect. Then we leave the level. And you might be wondering why I don't save Tiny at the tag barrel in Trofinskov, and that is actually because of the timings that we have. And so what we do there is we save Tiny, quit the game. We don't reset when we save Tiny this time. We're going to see this cutscene, and then now we are at the title screen, essentially. And now it's just in my notes, and Nardi, you can confirm this now. I literally have spam the heck out of A, or start and then hold A.
Yep. Yep. And here is where like the very most broken part of the game happens.
Yep.
So right here, Ad is unlocking unlocking every move, almost every gun. Like, basically there is a secret save file. All of these mini games unlock different things on that save file. You can copy your actual save file's data also to that save file. Usually, all of this stuff that gets unlocked would be wiped upon saving an actual, or loading an actual save file. But at the end of this glitch, there's a secret way back into the game without going through that lets keep all of the stuff that Ad unlocked here. So we're going through a few levels, have to collect, I think 20 oranges here.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty soon, despite not having done a whole lot in the game yet, we'll have unlocked every move.
Yep. Factory. And then another thing we're doing for the factory boss, you see how there was like that like little area before the actual boss? We actually use that while we're here to kind of have that cutscene already played, so that we don't have to watch that later. And then we do jetpack just to like secure everything. But now this is the RNG part of the run because we now need to get a cutscene that will take us into the intro story. Perfect. First try.
Nice.
There's a common joke with the community of getting a leg shake, and that one doesn't count as a cutscene. But we are now into the actual run where we're going to be getting everything fast.
Basically, those background elements of the main menu actually count as cutscenes for some reason. So yeah,
exactly.
Some of them.
So now we have 3 melons. Remember how we had 1? So now we are in the actual run. All right. So with that in mind, if I can find the exits, this is something that is very common with me, is I can't find the exit. Or I fall down like that. Okay. Don't worry, this happens all the time with me, is I cannot find this exit.
Out of bounds movement's hard.
Pokemon just doesn't want to get out of the pool. It's fun swimming.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
5 more minutes.
So now, flashing lights warning. I think at least there's 2 more. There's one coming up because there's lightning when we enter Kremling Isle or Krem Isle, whatever it's called. But essentially here we're going to be teleporting up to Hideout Helm, and Hideout Helm is another scary level because the unfortunate side effect of having intro story glitch and all the moves and having all these awesome things is we can no longer pause the game. And that might not seem important, but when we do a lot of pause exits first try, by the way, that's a really awesome clip. We're about to do another one here as well to enter this area. It will essentially, if we do get stuck in an area and there's no way for us to get out, we do soft lock and lose the run. And so I will be very careful. I will be locked in for this section. But again, the movement here is just so awesome that of course I have to do everything that's required for it. Also, there's no timer. Normally, if you know Hideout Helm, you know this game. This section, when you enter the first time, has a timer. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I am still tiny here. It would be for 10 minutes. However, since we have intro story glitch, the game is just very confused and it just doesn't have a timer for us. And so we're essentially able to do this whole section at our liberty, essentially. So here we're going to be doing the beginning of this section. This is the first bad trick out of everything. This is called switch kick. This is a community joke with me of this is the run killer for me in terms of like having good runs and then spending too much time on this. All right, I'll take the first try.
That looks so hard.
But now we're out of bounds.
Not gonna lie.
Now we're out of bounds, and now here, this is the part where I need to kind of be very careful because we have these sections where you can enter as different Kongs, and so we are trying to get as a specific height, and going into the chunky area here will give us that height we need. And so there is a bit of land that is out of bounds where we can land in and not clip out of bounds. I do not trust this. I am turning my camera. Okay. And then now we have to maneuver ourselves out of bounds here. So I use this lanky room as my cue to like know where I am. Because the thing in this game is there are things called void out zones, where if you touch a void out zone, you will be placed at the beginning of the level. Not the worst. That's not a soft lock. We will be able to retry everything. It is a time loss, but we should be relatively close. There we go.
Beautiful.
Good sign is if you see just a blue background that looks like a sky, but that's that. And then we go back because we need Chunky. This is why we unlock Chunky. This is the only reason we get Chunky in this for my route. So we're gonna go back to that area with Chunky. And remember that camera that I got very early on into the run? This is where we use that. And so we're gonna line ourselves up here. We can do a thing called terminal clip here. where we just can get in between this terminal. A little precise. There we go.
Beautiful.
And then we're out of bounds. And then now we just maneuver out of bounds.
Donkey Kong just used a computer to go out of bounds. Is he a speedrunner?
Probably.
Probably.
There's a chance that Chunky Kong is a speedrunner. All right. I'm going to do a thing here. Oh, I didn't get the dance skip. That's completely fine. This guarantees that I get the key itself, because there is a thing called fake key. We'll get into that later. But here's this trick I was talking about. This is called fall through vertical walls. Essentially, if you remember swim through vertical walls and how that works, this is the same concept. Just instead of being in water, you'll do that mid-air with the camera and just adjust from there. And so this one's very much more precise because you're doing a skid jump, which is essentially a kind of frame perfect turn on the joystick, and then pulling out your camera mid-air and then immediately leaving the camera to flip into the wall. So it's very precise. I fail it most of the time because, again,
Very.
it's just that precise.
I think it's literally frame perfect, yeah.
Yeah. There is a trick called phase walking that I can't do at all. Essentially, that's a triple frame perfect trick that is the same concept like before, except you do it without jumping and everything. Nice. I'll take a first try.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, very nicely done.
All right. Oh, Chunky, wrong way. There we go. So now we're in Frantic Factory. While we get to the Mad Jack, do we want to explain why we only enter Hideout Helm and Factory in this later half? Specifically just to get the keys?
Yeah. So this game has 8 keys, but the programmers in their infinite wisdom thought, if you get the last key, you must defeat everything else. There was also a third key. The third key didn't unlock anything after that. So they're like, okay, we'll have to check for the 8th and 3rd key. So the only things you need to enter the last level to, fight King K. Rool are the 8th and 3rd keys.
Yeah, exactly. Massive oversight. Didn't think that their game was as broken as it is. But that has allowed us to essentially complete this run so quickly. To give you the perspective on that, like if you do no levels early, which is essentially doing every level, getting all the golden bananas and getting all the keys in order, this one's giving me a lot of trouble. This one does normally give me the trouble. But essentially, no levels early is around 2 hours. The world record for any percent is like around 23 minutes. So if that gives you the perspective for just how broken this game got. So yeah, there we go. Now we're entering the main part of Factory. Trying to avoid fall damage here. Let's see if I can do that. Nice. All right. So now we're going to be entering Mad Jack. I call Mad Jack my favorite boss. Some days I call Mad Jack my least favorite boss. It really depends on how the RNG wants to play today. And we'll talk about how Mad Jack works in a second. Here we're gonna be doing a trick. Nice, that was so clean.
Ooh, nice. There's a lot of different clips in this room.
Yeah. Again, walls are just not a thing in this game, by the way. I hope we've established that in the time I've been on. Walls are not a thing in this game.
So, Mad Jack has different numbers of jumps per hit. Basically, you can get a fast jump or a slow jump, and it depends on the distance you are from Mad Jack. So you want to stay as far away from as possible, usually, to get the fast jumps. That way, each phase lasts a little bit less long.
Exactly. This fight is really difficult to manage most of the time because, again, I'm running on original hardware. I'm running on an N64, and the caveat with that is I love lag, but the lag in this fight is really not good. And so you're going to be seeing a lot of lag when you look at Mad Jack specifically. And so there's a really awesome feature when you press R where you can have the camera kind of always facing Mad Jack, but also you can turn that off so you can face your own direction. And we do that a lot to essentially avoid lag, while also trying to minimize, like Nardi said, the amount of times we get slow jumps. So first 3 phases, we're easily able to kind of get a lot of the fast jumps. But then when we get into phase 4 and phase 5, that's when it's like a little more difficult. Oh my gosh, I should be paying attention.
Ooh, good save.
Okay.
Okay, back on.
Oh God. Again, this is also the struggle with like not facing Mad Jack is you do not know when or where he'll throw most of the time, and it's like, oh, I'm probably gonna get hit soon.
Yeah, the blind dodging is really impressive and very scary.
All right. Now we're on the like true second phase of the fight. Essentially, instead of doing the kind of square movement, I'm just going to take damage. Also, this is a really good point to mention, and I'll just showcase it. You don't take damage anymore in interest while under ISG.
Oh.
So I'm just standing under Mad Jack, just not taking damage. Oh gosh, that's a lot of lag.
I hope that was fun for Tiny Kong.
It was. I don't know.
Tiny didn't take any damage. I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah. All good.
Well, we're on the final phase, I guess you could call it, where Mad Jack now just turns invisible. But it's not that bad because you can still see him moving. So we kind of just move around the same way we've been moving to kind of just do this fight.
We didn't want to look at Mad Jack anyway. This lag is our enemy. So
True.
It's all good.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. I think we're on white, and so that's really bad RNG. I'm actually just not going to risk that. I know how this game works. I don't know how this game works.
Oh no.
Oh.
So that's okay. So actually, I did that on purpose, by the way, just because I want to show you what happens if you do fall. Because I'm playing too good. I want to show you what happens if you do fall at some point in this fight. So you have to redo that whole phase. So all that jumping around he was doing, he's gonna have to do it all again. But that's essentially the whole point of Mad Jack is don't fall and don't get hit. Okay, great RNG. That's the type of RNG I get in practice, and then the one before it is the type of RNG I get during runs. So, thank you, Mad Jack. Everyone say thank you to Mad Jack.
Thanks, Mad Jack. It'd be cool.
All right. All right. So now, I think I forgot to get tag 1, but that's not a problem because this is why we have Chunky. I just need to remember where the phase wall is. If I remember, it is here. Essentially, I didn't grab it. So we're going to do another fall through vertical wall. This one's going to be a little weird just because it's on this part of the wall. I think it's this part of the wall. I've done bingo. I've done a fall through on this kind of grade. Yeah, okay. I have to do it on a better wall. I think let's do it here. Yeah.
Basically, fall through vertical walls only works on walls of certain angles. So you have to find the right angled wall to do it.
Yeah. Thankfully, I've done this in bingo, and so it's just a matter of trying to get it.
And yeah, again, this is like frame perfect, so it's just very, very tight.
Yeah. Let's try this wall again. The one thing I forget, I do all my runs fully by memory, and the caveat is there are things I forget. And what? Chunky.
Okay.
Chunky. Okay.
That's never happened before.
One for the ages.
I've been running this game. Okay.
Twice.
Twice. I've been running this game for around 10 years. And I see new things every day.
There we go. Chunky just liked walking through that wall. Or walking on that wall.
Okay. Yeah, I now need to find a void out, which it's going to be pretty far from here. So while we're finding a void out, saying if you have anything to say, I think about it. That's fine. Saying take it away.
Awesome. Love Chunky Kong. In addition to Hospitals, we've got a bunch of stuff coming up this month. Actually, March is completely stacked. For example, we do have our Trans Day of Visibility celebration from March 21st to 22nd. You can use !TDOV in Twitch chat to learn more. So that's going to be a whole weekend for all trans runners. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you'll see loads of folks that you'll also see on the Hospitals schedule there. And then at the end of the month, we are returning to PAX East from March 26th to 29th. You can visit east.paxsite.com to find out more about the show, or use !PAX in Twitch chat for more information. And guess what? Stay tuned for the schedule coming later this week. So yep, if you're looking forward to Frost Fatales, looking at that schedule, typing FF in chat, you can also look forward to another schedule coming your way very soon for PAX East. So lots coming up this month. Really, really exciting stuff. Stay glued to the channel the entire month, and maybe now is a good time to get in your Prime subscription if you have one, or your regular recurring subscription, because you're not going to want ads. You're going to want access to all those emotes. It's going to be a really, really fun month.
You don't want ads? Aww.
Wait, no, I want one ad.
One ad.
One ad.
One ad.
Or 129
All
ads? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, final boss. This is actually the longest boss in terms of the games I run. This boss takes around 12 to 14 minutes because you're doing all 5 Kongs to defeat K. Rool. So it's gonna be a lot of fun of just seeing the shenanigans that this game just loves to throw in terms of all the gimmicks each of the Kongs has, just what K. Rool does in general. But yeah. You might be wondering what will happen if we have only 3 Kongs unlocked? Well, the reason why we do intro story glitch is, again, it gives you all the moves for all the Kongs you have, but also all the future Kongs you don't have. And so, with that, we're able to just do this fight, and since it is very much progressive, you're going to have the Kong no matter what in the next phase for round 2 for like Diddy Kong, for example. And so you'll have all the moves you need for that phase, and then you'll play as Diddy Kong. And so that's why we're able to essentially do this fight with minimal Kongs in terms of like getting here. I know the world record in any percent does 1 Kong, and it's just DK. Yeah. Here, it's just counting. In all the routes for DK64, if you ever want to get into DK64 speedrunning, when you get to the final boss, this fight is just, you're shown numbers, and that's it. I overshot. Whoops. Okay. That means I can just go here. This is what I mean by lag as well. This fight can get laggy. There we go. But essentially, I'm just counting the amount of punches he's doing, and then that will be how I kind of cue myself to shoot. Could I enter the cannon? Thank you.
I always love that this fight is like a third of the run, a quarter of the run. Like, it's just, yeah. It's so funny.
Exactly. It's so funny when you look at like any percent, because like I said, it's 24 minutes long.
It's half the run.
More than half is this fight. There are ways to skip rounds, but 1, it's impractical, and 2, the setup literally takes like doing a lot of different file manipulations with intro story glitch that takes like hours. So it's like not even worth it. Oh, okay, I am stuck. This has happened to me before. This game is okay, it's happened twice. Come on, Diddy Kong. I know you want to. There we go.
Luckily, because of ISG, we don't take damage, so really, we can stand there all day.
Yeah. We also have infinite peanuts, but that's just in result because we're doing this fight. There's no place to like refill your ammo. So Rare does this really awesome thing of, hey, here's infinite ammo in case you need it. And so, yeah, here we're just shooting spotlights, by the way, and just making them drop on K-roll. All right. But you can really see what we're doing. Ooh, I got hit and then hit that. That's kind of hard to do because you just go flying when you get hit with the punching glove. Yeah, that's what it is. I was like, what is that thing?
Flying punching glove, yeah.
Items. Yeah. There we go. Nice. So yeah, now he falls over. I guess it's a great time to mention, pay attention to what the Kremlings do here in terms of the number. How they'll be progressively doing some more funny things with the bell. I won't spoil the things if you've never seen this game. But now we're Lanky Kong. The gimmick here is that Hyrule can no longer see us, and it's just going based on audio cues. And so we're going to use that to our advantage very soon.
So is King K. Rool a blind speedrunner?
Yeah, I was going to say, K. Rool is a blind speedrunner. All right, there we go. We have a barrel that has a banana inside of it. And then essentially, I didn't make the cycle. Actually, I did. Then we take out our trombone. And then since we're playing our trombone, K. Rool's like, oh, I know where Lanky is. Oh, there's a banana there. So that's essentially this fight. All right. I could probably make this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to be so honest. I know how to do 4 out of 5 of these phases. And this phase, I just do it. And I have never learned how to properly do it just because, one, it's more of a try to feel it out. Because if you mess up the timing, you have to like try your best to find a backup that's quick enough. Because he does move around in a certain path, but you have to like kind of make sure you hit those specific points, or you will take damage and have to redo that. Like kind of trying to get him to slip. All right. Yeah, just like that. So now I have to wait. Probably. We'll go upwards. Yeah. Boom. That should work. Yep, that's been Lanky phase, hopefully. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no.
All right.
I love how silly the gimmicks are for each phase. It's like such a fun game.
Yeah. It's so goofy. The cutscenes in this game it's the cherry on top of a really awesome game. If you've never played DK64, I recommend that you should, because this game is just in general awesome. If you like randomizers, there is a very awesome randomizer. Donkey Kong 64 randomizer.com, by the way. And then just in general, speedrunning this game is just so fun. This was my first speed game. But I learned it back in 2016. I was like 15 years old when I learned that speedrun. So that was a while ago. And it's great that, I'll say this now, it's great that I get to run Donkey Kong 64 so much for not only Hotfix, but also for Fatales and other events. Because it's like, I started with this game. But yeah. We're now here in Tiny Phase. This is the longest phase of the entire fight. It's around 5 minutes long.
Some lag reduction.
And
there.
the gimmick, yeah, this is lag reduction because, again, those shockwaves do cause a lot of lag, but also the audience causes a lot of lag. And so we have to just look straight up into the black void to just kind of avoid the amount of lag we get. Here we go. We get a text here that says, hey, you can use the tiny barrel to become tiny and go into small spaces. That's a tutorial for Angry Aztec, by the way, and we get in the final boss. So shout outs to sequence breaking. All right. So quick thing to mention before we talk about the elephant in the room of this fight is I actually put away my gun there and just throw an orange instead. And you might say, don't oranges cause lag? And my response to that is yes, but in the context of we actually have the final gun upgrade, which is the sniper scope. And the issue with sniper scope on N64 is it causes a ridiculous amount of lag. And so we purposely take the gun out and just throw oranges at the toes. And I guess it's now a great time to mention about the toes. Yeah, we're just inside K. Rool's foot. I don't know. This game's weird.
And the toes
it's
are
a game from 1990s.
I like how they do a little dance. Like, that's obviously how toes work.
Yeah, exactly. All those toes are in the same set that they like happen in, and so it used to be a separate document. Now it's implemented into every single document in the game, or when you do speedrunning. It's called toes.txt, which essentially has where you stand in terms of the toes, so that you don't get hit and reduce the most amount of lag. And so I have completely memorized that, so that I can at least try my best to avoid the getting hit. So yeah, here, waiting around.
Yeah, the toes are scripted. The amount of hits are scripted. So really, there's no way to make this faster. We just have to sit here and watch the toes.
Yep.
What a thing Donkey Kong 64 makes us do.
It's quite the game, I'll say that. But we have one more. It's the longest one, and so I guess saying if you have any final announcements, now would be your time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I just wanted to mention that if you'd like to catch up on past GDQ Hotfix shows and marathons at youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick, you can go ahead and go there to do so. All the Creature Corner VODs are up there, and we're also going to be streaming Frost up there. So if you haven't followed us on YouTube, go ahead and check it out. I know Ed's been on YouTube quite a lot for the many, many appearances on this channel and many runs. Yeah, just a little bit. Y'all should definitely go check it out.
All right. Oh, something that Task does here that's I find really interesting is it actually waits to shoot the toes, because if you hit it on its last possible frame, it'll do like a really weird animation. It saves no time, but it's a really funny thing you can do. It's risky to do it live, but it is a thing that if you haven't watched a DK64 Task, you should definitely go do that, because it's half the time I watch that, and I've been running this game for around 10 years, and I don't even know what is happening. All right, final phase. They've completely destroyed that bell. But now we are on to the chunky phase. Everyone's favorite phase, because we now just get to beat up K. Rool.
Let's go, Chunky Kong.
Let's go, Chunky Kong.
Let's go.
This phase has 3 main parts. Actually, there's more like 4, but like I kind of consider one of the parts just in 2. Or in 1, I mean. Essentially, we hit that switch, it loads this, and we enter this, I forget what this move's called, but we essentially turn into Invisible Chunky for a bit, and then enter this barrel. And then now we turn into Hunky Chunky, and then we just essentially hit K. Rool with our Primate Punch. And so that's our first hit. There are 3 more left. All right. And so we're going to be doing the same thing, except he becomes increasingly more unpredictable. Oop, I need that. And so I got to be more aware. He also gets faster here. And so there are cues that I use to essentially make this more consistent. In terms of like, you see K. Rool's face on the like where we're standing, and so I use that as like a visual cue on like when to press the B button. Now I'm gonna enter here. This is the fastest one, and there we go, perfect. Yeah, and then we have one more. I really hope that nothing bad happens on this final one. Hopefully nothing bad happens.
I
I'm
wasn't
sure
even
nothing.
thinking of bad things, and now I'm suspicious.
We're gonna have to find out. All right, we're here. I have my fingers on the buttons, so let's see. Oh no!
Oh no!
Press. Oh no! All right. For context, the A button and B button on the N64 controller are so close together that famously, the former world record holder of 101%, Connor 75, and time.
GG.
Very nice.
Thank you. Essentially, press the A button instead of the B button on a 101% world record pace run and choked it because you pressed A by accident. And so it became a massive community meme. But that has been Donkey Kong 64, any percent 3 Kongs. This run is very much a wild one. There's so much tech, so many glitches that go into it. And it's just amazing that I do get to showcase just what you can do with this game and just how you beat it as quick as possible. But yeah, before I do where you can find me, all the sort, Nardi, do you want to say anything? In terms of like where we can find you and all that?
Yeah, very nice run. That was awesome. Excited intro story glitch first try and everything first try. Like it felt, so awesome. You can find me at nerdy20_ on Twitch. Yeah, happy to commentate.
Awesome. Yeah. You can find me on twitch.tv/ad129sr. I stream when I can. I am in school. I did just come from a concert like 2 hours ago, and so I'm very much living the college life in terms of music, where I am having concerts left and right. But I try to stream when I can. I run this game. I run Banjo-Tooie. I run G-Force, the video game. But you'll see me again on the GDQ channel on Friday, March 10th, I think. I'm bad with dates. Essentially Friday of the event for this bonus game, if it gets met. And so if you want to see Donkey Kong 64 again, let's hope we meet that. And then yeah, that is it from me, and I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, that would be at 11:43 p.m. on Friday the 13th. What? Oh, if met. So y'all should definitely come back for that. And before we go, Ad, is there anything you're specifically excited for Frost? You want to tell the audience about, why they should come back?
There are a couple things. At least for the run, there are 2 bid wars for that run.
Ooh.
Essentially Kong related. Who's your favorite Kong in the entire game, or entire series, I should say. But then also choosing which Kong I will be fighting Mad Jack in. So if you remember how Mad Jack went, we saw the regular way with Tiny, but we also had Donkey Kong and Chunky Kong at that point. So you can choose which one I will do, and those ones are significantly harder than Tiny Kong. So if you want to make my life with Mad Jack just a little bit worse, that is completely up to you with that bid war. And then I will be ending that night with a kind of karaoke, kind of not performance of the DK rap, and that is an incentive as well. But yeah, that's what I'm excited for Frost for my run.
Wow, that all sounds awesome. I really, truly cannot wait for all of those things. We'll see if the audience decides to torture you or not. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Creature Corner, the GDQ Hotfix show that is all about featuring non-human player characters and protagonists. And we just saw Donkey Kong 64, one of the most classic creature games that you could possibly have. And that game was really broken, really, really broken. And we have a game coming up that's actually less broken in the sort of traditional sense where the game actually works, but it will certainly break your brain in a bit of a different way. Y'all are going to absolutely love this one. It is going to be featured at Horsepital as well next week. We'll talk all about that in just a moment. But for now, let me welcome Risaru onto the stage with St. Hazel's Horsepital any percent. Nay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Satan. Anyway, hi, I'm Baseru. I am a silly little goose who streams silly little games and sometimes Zelda randomizers. But today I have this, so I hope you are excited for this. This is Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And we're gonna have a great time here. So, this is a free game on Steam. If you want to go pick this up, you can just grab it. You could just take it, and it's a time. And I hope that you will be swayed to do so after this. So I'll do my best to kind of explain. There's a story here. I'll do my best to explain kind of everything that's going on as we're also going. But yeah, I guess I'm ready. If you are, let me know.
Yeah, let's do it. Would you like to do a countdown?
I will.
Or would you like me to?
I will gladly do a countdown. I got this. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Nay? Oh, nay. So, TLDR, our friend checked himself into the hospital. That's his buddy. Well, he snuck into the hospital, excuse me. And he's not able to get out. So us, Hazel, is on our way to save him. So he's giving us a walkie-talkie so we can get some intel. We're just gonna eat that. And here we go. So what movement is interesting here? So what I'm doing is Hazel has a sneaking like animation phase he can be in, but when you like rapidly go between that and not, it like ups Hazel's speed. So that's why I was able to get past that doctor like very quickly, because normally if we were just going at regular speed, we wouldn't make it. Same with this one right here. So we got some new guys. I just gotta, I'm just gonna run over to the hospital, or not, I'm in the hospital. I gotta run over to the elevator. That's it, yeah. And then we've got a whole bunch of other tricks and traps that we can use for the doctors here. So that's always good. I have a hunch is he gonna come out? Yeah. Oh no. My plan failed, but that's okay. So usually if you get caught, you get like 2 shots. Hazel has HP, which thankfully resets at the end, when you hit another floor. So once you clear your level, so that's very good. Yeah, we're just kind of coasting along here. This is Toilet Jimbo. I'm gonna reset the stage, and now he's gone. So this is a weird instance. What we're supposed to do is he's missing his teeth, and we need to go find his teeth. So when you do go find his teeth, you come back to the beginning here, and then he runs to the bathroom in the back. So when you reset, he's just there. So it saves us a great deal of time. So we got his teeth now. Toilet Jimbo's here. We helped him out, and he's gonna give us sustenance. And now we're in Vietnam.
Oh my. Just where a horse belongs.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Did they have horses for that? So this is...
They have horses for everything. If I'm learning
yeah.
This game.
So that's Frida. I believe we're led to assume that she is our owner. Buddy is clearly her favorite horse. But Buddy doesn't seem to like notice her. So we're grabbing Buddy. She wants to show us a magic trick that she has done. So we're pulling him over. We're just gonna eat the damage there. It's like it works. All right, now for the magic trick, she says she needs a grenade. So we're gonna go over here and grab a grenade, and then if we go over here, there we go. But the safety pin is gone. Magic.
Oh, magic.
Yeah. All right, so now that we had that trip, I suppose. Oh, there I am. All right. I also need to reset this one. So because of that little dialogue I had with Buddy there, that reset, or like the NPCs, the actors, kind of moved into a very not convenient location for me. So this is actually the first level that has a significant clip and skip, clop even, if that's a better term. So
Oh.
that what I'm doing there, that's his sneaking.
Like a
So so right here, if I kind of like just wedge myself in here, come on Hazel, and oh, he's thinking about it. We got this. I believe in Hazel. You just gotta say, hey Hazel, go Hazel, go
Go,
Hazel. Oh, here we go, and oh, come on. Nope.
Just have a famously strange relationship with the laws of physics, so none of this is surprising.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right, I might. I might be in a pickle right now. Oh, come on, Hazel. Oh dear. Okay, well, nice. I don't know if I'm gonna be able.
Buddy.
I don't know if I can get myself out of this. Oh dear. I've never gotten that far out.
Horse.
Oh dear. All right, for the sake of convenience and time, I'm just gonna restart. Because I'm not
to see more sneaking.
I'm not gonna fight that. Am I curious about how to get out of that? Absolutely, but now is not the time for that. That's tomorrow. So all right, we go over here. Excuse me. Oh shoot. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh god. All right, so that wasn't as intended, but that worked out. So thankfully, they're like the water cooler. If you just just break the water cooler, they slip and fall. Come on, Hazel. Oh, come on, Hazel. I'm on GDQ. Don't do this to me. Okay. A good sign that the out of bounds is happening though is when Hazel's hooves, start being weird. There we go. All right.
Yay!
So yeah, for some reason, if we're out of bounds, I don't know what's going on with his legs, but we can still move. And
going up the stairs?
Sure. I'm not certain. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to go to the elevator. All right.
And there we go.
Yeah, there we are. All better. So, Buddy was just telling us about how fire extinguishers work. But you just kind of use them and they explode, and it's like more of a distraction. I don't really use them a whole lot, but here's another clop that we should be able to do. Come on, Hazel. This old man helps us. There we go. And then luckily the elevator is a shorter distance from the last one. All right. And then I do believe, okay, this is, I'm not a big fan of this one, but we do our best here. So take that. Okay, cool. So this is like a big fetch quest. So to get to the elevator, there's a card that we need. Excuse me, I need these pills, excuse me. We're just gonna, excuse me. So we get these pills because this guy has her teeth that she wants, and if we give her teeth, we get the card key, just like that. So I have to be careful with this one. So as you've probably noticed, Hazel has an interesting way of holding on to items. And if you, oh my, if you guessed that sometimes items will get stuck, yes, they will. So once again, another restart here just to like kind of reset the scene with that dialogue there. We're gonna bypass a whole bunch of security cameras as best as I can. I'm gonna do that. Uh-oh. Okay, he didn't care. Oh dear. Okay, that worked out all right.
Oh, the tech.
Yeah, totally as intended. Oh dear. I might just take that.
The tech, but it's like,
oh dear,
a slapstick cartoon.
Oh boy. Dude. Oh, okay, this is, oh geez.
Got this.
No! Oh no, Hazel! This is probably the toughest stage, yup, because if you get caught, then it makes a very, very loud and annoying noise. I'm just gonna restart it again. I'm not waiting for that camera. And everyone knows that I'm in the hospital. So excuse me. All right, we're just gonna do that. Excuse me. Do not. Okay. There we go. All right, and now he's coming by, and this should go much more smoothly. I hope. Did he forget about it? Oh, what's he doing? Okay, there. All right, cool. Oh, lucky. All right. So now, first try, yeah. Banana peel. We're just gonna zoop that, and now I have to wait. Here we go. This should work. Luckily, it doesn't matter if he sees us. The camera is the most important part. And there we are, mostly finished with the hospital. So here's Buddy. Yay! Game over, right? Yeah.
Yay.
No, it's a trap.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh no. So there's some sort of plan going on here. We're not sure what, but it's smelling a little funny. So we're gonna be sent to the basement. And the basement's a little different. I mean, I'm not very familiar with this type of basement in a hospital, but maybe you are?
I don't know, chat. Have you ever been to
Yeah.
a hospital basement before?
Oh,
With
excuse
a
me.
horse? Without a horse?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. All right. So we can still kind of communicate with Buddy here, but it's a little choppy. Is that my card? Yes, it is. There's another door that we got to go through. So there's a funny little mask over there, and we're just gonna head this way, further into the basement. All right. Very good. Strange creatures.
An efficient way to get down the stairs.
It's my favorite. So we're also introduced to, we have a bunch of other ways of opening doors and solving puzzles here. So there is a masked doctor around here. Hopefully I don't see him. Oh, there he is. All right, well, don't worry. No, shh. Hopefully, okay, cool. Because I need to light both of these, and then it opens that door, and I can leave. Yeah! All right. All right, so there's more traps. This one introduces trapdoors, as well as keys. So some doors are locked, and we need other, like, hard keys, not like card keys. To do that, we got some switches. All right, so we're gonna kind of have to, like, finagle with these trapdoors here. If we head over here. Oh no, they're in the way. There's this thing right here, which is nice. And then we need another key to get our way over to the exit there. So, oh, excuse me. Oh no. Oh, see, the key. Excuse me. All right. Bad news bears. So if I do this, then we should be good. Excellent. And we just need one more switch to flip, and we should be good to go. Yeah. Something that is nice is sometimes you do have, like, while the camera's panning, you do get control of Hazel again. Hey, it's Toilet Jimbo! So you can kind of get a head start on some of your movements, which is nice.
Everyone's favorite classic character, Toilet Jimbo.
Toilet Jimbo, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so
I love that there's a lot of tech in this game, by the way. I've been appreciating all the breakdowns.
it's interesting because I wouldn't, like, I don't know if tech, maybe it's like, I feel like a lot of it more is like just memorizing what the puzzles are, and like the most, I mean, the most, I guess that is tech, the most efficient way to get through the thing, but there's probably still more to be found. I think I might be the only active-ish runner.
That has to change.
So yeah,
If you'd like to pick up St. Hazel's Horsepital, this is a free Steam
It's
game,
free.
as mentioned before.
it's free.
Go do it.
It works on some pretty chill computers. This is actually the game I used to test my the new computer that I had gotten when I upgraded to from a laptop, which was bad, but this worked out and it was good. So very good stress
Horsepital
tester.
approved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we can just kind of go. Oh yeah, we have to go meet up with Toilet Jimbo. He's gonna give us, I don't remember. I think it's just another pill. Hey, it's you again. Yep. Okay. He's got some pills for us. All right. Cool. Nice. And now we're in Earth's orbit.
Oh. You better be. Oh, a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more spacey. Yeah.
So I guess Frida had a space ship, and Hazel hit the eject button. So But Buddy's having a great time. And he keeps thinking about how cool Hazel is. Because you know what? Hazel is cool.
That's what I'm
Look at
thinking
that.
about, too,
That is the
so.
coolest horse.
Yeah.
That is the coolest horse.
Doing that.
All right, there we go.
Chat says Super Hazel Galaxy.
Indeed.
Imagine.
Okay, so this is pretty much we're going to be using this mechanic a lot for the rest of the game. So these witches need some specific items, including a toy car, a glowing blue cog, and then like some shiny, and a shiny green glowing pill bottle. So sure, but after we get them, they brew us up a very interesting and helpful potion, which allows us to do mind control. So we'll just kind of, use that to get ourselves access to places that we otherwise wouldn't have. So these doctors that have these weird neck pieces on, that's what we can use. I have to be careful too, because I stim a lot with this game, especially because index finger on the trigger there moves Hazel, so you're doing that so much, but that also changes the character, which is bad.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
here,
That makes sense.
oh, excuse me. Hungry Harris?
I understand though, this
Yes.
is about the most like hyperactive game. This game
A lot's going
makes
on.
me want to stim as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen.
Yeah, just like that. Okay, so Hungry Harris said that he'll distract Goblin Gary there, so that we can go through. And then there's this, I'm not really sure how or why this happens, but like there's just collision here. Like the floor is solid, so we don't have to do the whole puzzle that's involved there. And now we've released Scary Terry.
Yeah.
And there he
Thought the
goes.
floor was lava. It's not.
I guess so. Yeah, exactly. All right, so that is taken care of. Hazel is good to go. And yeah, we can just head over. I almost lost like the location I was at for a second, but I was like, oh dear, where am I? It's very easy to lose your bearings here because everything looks the same. Okay.
Bearings, horsings.
Indeed. That's Dr. Stockholm. We're gonna help him out. He wants a morning star.
No way.
He wants a morning star. And also
awesome.
Scary Terry is out and he's gonna be chasing us because he wants to eat horses or something. So anyway, here's the morning star.
Scary Terry.
Yeah, Scary Terry. Luckily he's kind of slow and easy to avoid. So, all right, here we go. Dr. Stockholm wants his morning star. Here we go. He's gonna get himself out and also gives us a nice clear path. All right, but then he says it's up to us to figure out how to open the door. So guess what? It's another flame puzzle thingy. Woo! So we'll go through here. There's some coffins there. That's pretty cool. Whoops, excuse me. That's on. Thank goodness. Something that goofed me up the first time. We don't get like another audio cue if the door opens. So you just have to assume and just know, okay, there are two that you light. GL. All right, finally. There's Buddy. We're good. We're good to go. It's over, right? Hazel, no, it's another trap. Oh no. And now we get trapped in a jail cell, and oh no, that's Frida. Who would have thought that she was behind this whole thing? And then there's Dr. Stockholm. He let us out. Just let us out. So there's a cutscene here, and I learned while I was practicing that the nay button still works in the middle of it. So
Well, why wouldn't it?
yeah.
That seems like the correct choice.
Correct. Yeah, so they're just like suspicious about this Trojan horse. Yeah, and there we are. All right. Specifically Builder Bob. All right, so well, this is the glue factory. We're gonna do
Totally
our
not
best here.
scary for a horse to be hanging out.
Nah, not for Hazel. Hazel's super strong and super brave. Hazel can take on anything, even flames.
Oh,
I guess.
yeah.
Sure. So.
Horse approved.
Indeed. Okay, we're going. Got some conveyor belts. I'm surprised I made it through there without getting burned. Hey,
dodging.
yeah, it's our friend Dr. Stockholm, and he's trapped under one of those little presser thingies, so we gotta go save him.
And I'm I'm sure we developed a little bit of a, you know, like an affection for him, you know, some kinship.
He's our
when we were
bro.
trapped in the dungeon
He's
with
he's a
him.
pal.
Yeah.
He's a pal.
Yep.
So there's a few
Yeah.
different puzzles here. This, I do have to be careful because this guy is easy to get caught with. There we go. Okay, cool. And then we also have turrets shooting out toxic, whatever that is. I don't know. Something that's not good.
Bad circles.
Yeah. So here we're also just gonna kind of eat some flame. And excuse me, sir. Thank you. All right, we're good to go there. Oh, that turned okay. So this, it doesn't matter which switch you flip because this will always happen. So that activated the flames there, and then this one frees him. He says he's just gonna lie there for a little bit, and that's okay. And he's back. Okay, so they have developed the mind control like device, and that's pretty much what we're going to be using for the rest of the game. We just gotta make sure I can get hold of that. So, hey buddy, I need you to, all right, cool. Woo! Gotta be careful. The other thing is we have a whole bunch of conveyor belts, and it's really hard to get stuff in there. There we go. Okay, that worked out. Thank goodness. But it's entirely possible, and it's happened to me already today. But the item can just clip through the wall, and then you can't get it. She's like, oh, okay. So yeah, here you go. We'll get rid of those guys for Hazel. We'll go over here. There's a puzzle here, looking at those green dots over there. So we just gotta flip this and flip this. That turns off turns on the fire, but it's easier for us to just do it this way. So offward to the door, because we're so fast, it doesn't matter if they see us. We're just gonna go into the exit. All right. Okay.
Has to get glued.
Yeah, exactly. So now we're introduced to like switches and other nifty things. It's like a big co-op thing with our good pal Dr. Stockholm here. Also, first I don't know exactly the I think I accidentally talked to somebody, but that's okay. Lots of interesting co-op here. Hazel needs that to open this door. Oh, the TV monitor. That's what you can use with these mind control devices, I guess. Okay, so I need this for Dr. Stockholm. Oh, look, it's Toilet Jimbo. Excuse me. All right, so put that there, and we should be good. Oh, where's the TV? Oh, I want this TV. Because it's closer. So yeah, the TLDR was Dr. Stockholm would like a crate of glue for reasons. That's all I got. All right, so it's another like box pushing puzzle here. If you have any like updates or announcements that you wanted to make, Satan, while I'm doing that, please go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I did want to just remind chat that this run will be happening at Horsepital as well, which is going to be starting on Sunday. And this run in particular is going to be on Monday, March 9th at 10:49 p.m. Eastern Time. So it is going to be a late night chaotic run. It'll be really, really fun. One of the final runs of the night. So absolutely bookmark that and make sure to come support the National Women's Law Center. Do you have any runs you're looking forward to? Besides, of course, Horsepital. Risaru?
I feel like there was one, but I'm blanking on the schedule right now, but I like Sonic. Well, Sonic's pretty cool.
There's two whole Sonic runs.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
Two whole Sonic runs.
Let's go.
Yeah, Sonic R and Sonic Frontiers.
Let's go.
So if you're a Sonic fan as well, I know, I'm really excited for both of those runs as well. Type !FF in chat and go check out when those runs are happening as well, because you're definitely not going to want to miss that. Sonic R is also going to be previewed right after this.
Yeah, make sure you stick around for that.
Mm-hmm.
Amy... It's Amy 100%, I believe. Amy is arguably one of the not greatest characters in that game. So anybody who has the patience to complete the game with Amy, deserves my respect.
Don't ask me how Radiant Lumina does it. You're just gonna have to.
She is clearly more
stick around
patient
and
than
watch after.
clearly more patient than I am.
I don't know. This game is a tough one too. You're doing a really good job with it.
I'm trying my best. All right. So we got crates and these flames. We gotta just toggle the flamethrowers. So also we're in the Santa's toy factory, which is also in the glue factory. I don't know. Basically, Santa here told us that we just needed to make wood from the crate, but he'll also tell us that we need to make a Trojan horse from the wood. So we're just gonna go ahead and take care of that now. So
that always works.
yeah, you know, it goes through the magical toy machine. Okay, I'll just wait for that. Okay, and then we should be able to get ourselves out of here and go on break. We've been working so hard today. There it goes. All right, here you go, Santa.
Horses are just as deserving of labor laws as humans are, right?
Indeed. Okay.
Work mandated breaks.
Yes. All right. Oh, sadly, we don't get to keep our hat.
Oh.
All right, this is the longest and most tedious little fetch quest here. So there are 3 switches that we need to trigger to open the door to the exit. And we need specific items to get these doors open. And we make these items by throwing them into this thing, question mark. So we need wood. So we will use that for the wood. We need an explosive, which I believe this plastic chair makes that. Yep, there it is. And then we need a metal weight, and then we'll just throw the Morning Star in there to make that change, because that's how that works. Okay, so now Hazel can get on to business. So if I can grab the right items, because this is all right. So she wanted that. She couldn't lift it, so we've got some crates here, and then we also have excuse me, we also have a turret that's gonna goof us up. Oh, yep, just like that. Hazel, come on. Grab the... Okay. Gotta be careful because, physics. Fun stuff. Yeah, so we need 3 of these doors to be open for us to successfully make it out of here. All right, so that was the weight. Next, we're gonna do the bridge thing, which Anxious Alex tells us that this is definitely some kind of OSHA violation. So we gotta work our way over here because the switch is on the other side. Also have to be careful. I forgot to mention, so you probably saw there's a very thin gray ring whenever Hazel moves. That's a sound proximity meter, indicator rather. So oops. Okay, I also have to be careful because again, I stim, and there have been many times where I have mashed the A button and triggered the switch again while I wait for the cutscene. But anyway, yeah. So if you obviously make sound near somebody within that proximity, they will hear you and be alerted. And then old guy here wants the explosive, so we're just that's how that works. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that last switch. We will have to say goodbye to our friend Dr. Stockholm though.
Oh, but I got so attached.
He's gonna be in a good place though. He's gonna be one of Santa's elves.
Huh?
Yeah, it'll work out. Yeah. All right. So through the door, and we are good to go there. Now he wants to know what happens if he goes into that machine, and he just becomes small, I guess. And there's Santa. So there we go. All right, that seems nice. All right, now we have a boss fight.
Definitely. This Hazel looks like he's in good shape.
Yeah.
For this boss
You get this really
definitely is gonna be fine.
thick track with a nice bass lick. People have called Frida Mojo Jojo here. Oh yeah, she turned Buddy into a cyborg horse. So this one's pretty simple, the idea at least. So he's gonna, there we go. You just gotta get rid of all those pillars. And then after the pillars go down, she lets out some turrets, which I have still not found a way to avoid getting hit by them, so we just have to kind of eat some damage. So we just gonna dance around. Woo! There we go.
Truly critical design flaw.
Truly.
I don't know how you didn't see this.
Oh dear, I'm gonna grab some Clop here. That's our soda that works, apparently. Okay, and then we just got one more. Time will be upon the destruction of the final pillar. And time.
Let's go. Yeah, woo, GG.
Yeah. Okay. And then Buddy's just saying like he feels great now because his body was feeling so sick and now he has this great body. So thanks for helping me understand. If he doesn't understand why he doesn't expect or accept his love. And then he's like, you don't need to worry. Yeah. Yep. You'll always be my second best friend.
Wow.
And there we go. Yep. Yeah, because Hazel's number one. But yeah, that's
always.
That's Horsepital. And this is as last time I checked, I hope this doesn't date myself, but this is free on Steam. So just download it and be horse. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm inspired. Y'all definitely should too.
For sure, for sure. It's really like honestly, like I was able to pick this up like in a couple hours. It's pretty easy to get the hang of. Do recommend if you're looking for like a quick, easy speed game that's a little silly. Good one to pick up for sure. But yeah, that's Horsepital. So thank you again very much for having me. For anybody who would like more silly games and silly goose and goo goose, please find me on the Twitch. Oh, excuse me. Gosh. I'm ready to go to bed, but we do some. I like to find weird games. So like, there's we got Deadly Premonition. You know, some weird stuff. We're working on some Zelda randomizers as well as finishing up Chrono Trigger for the first time, which has been really nice. So, yeah, tune in for that. But yeah, that's all I got. So yeah, thank you again so much. And I hope everyone has a goose evening.
Fantastic. That was really wonderful. And I'm sure y'all know exactly why you should tune back in for more St. Hazel's Horse. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Creature Corner. Don't mind Marcy in the background. This is the GDQ Hotfix show about non-human protagonists and player characters. So we just saw St. Hazel's Horsepital, where we were running around a hospital with a horse as a horse. That was wild. And if you thought that we could only play as, horses, well, I think you're wrong. We can also play games as hedgehogs, and we're about to prove it to you because this is Sonic R, but it's Sonic R a little bit different than you might have seen it before. Normally we use different characters. Normally we might go for the any % route, but we're going all the way with this one in the spirit of Horsepital, which is going to be starting on Sunday, which you can see this run at as well. This is going to be Sonic R 100% Amy by Radiant Lumina. So let's go ahead and Pico win.
Hi, I'm Radiant Lumina, and this is Sonic Racing. But there's no crossroads here. This is Sonic R, and we're going to be playing as Amy. And she's going to show why the next few games are all in cars, because she's driving a car. Evie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Q Evie, and I get to talk about cars, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So, the timer will start as the race starts. So, start. So, Amy drives the car, and her ability is to boost. She gets a rechargeable boost every so often, and we're going to use that to get a big speed and get ahead of everyone. And for 100%, we are getting 5 tokens in each track, along with all the Chaos Emeralds. So ring management is very important, so I'm going to take this loop and get some rings. And I also have to end in first at the end of every race. There are these shortcut gates that I have to go through to get a token and stuff. I'm going to take this bar island to get a token over here. And then boost to get ahead. Yes.
Each level has 5 secret tokens and the Chaos Emerald, or N emeralds.
2 emeralds in every track except this one, which only has 1.
Okay, 2
Yes.
2 in every other level.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh. I'm trying to get more rings. Those spinning emblems give a random item, which are mostly rings, and those are important to get enough rings for the shortcut gates. That's the end of the first race.
Game's sort of kind of non-linearity is so interesting.
Yes. It's really nice. And so after getting 5 tokens, we do a challenge race against a hidden character. This track is Metal Sonic. So the challenge races are pretty simple. It's just going through the track, but without collecting anything. So there's not much going on here except just going fast.
As a fun fact,
Go ahead.
you can choose the lever for the levels, and with the snow, it actually freezes the water so you can drive on it.
Yeah, speedruns choose snow so we could run on the water.
Smart.
Yeah.
Although it does make for a funny contrast with Can You Feel the Sunshine?
It does.
Yes. Yes.
Not quite right.
Yeah. And as you can see, this game is very slippery already, even without snow. There's a lot of slipping around and drifting.
I will say you're making it look very controlled. So even though I agree and you're definitely correct, it does not come across to the naked eye that this game is hard to control, which is impressive.
I'm making a lot of use of hard turning, which the bumpers are used for, along with normal turning.
Lumi is very good at these races.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. So this is Radical City. There's a whole bunch of different routes here that I have to take. But mainly the first lap is to collect rings and get a few tokens. And also when I'm using a boost, it's very, very hard to turn.
So if I'm following correctly, the ring gate we just passed is actually important, but
Yes.
we let an NPC open it.
Yes. Someone else will open it and we'll just take that. So we can use the rings
That way, yeah, you get to conserve rings.
Yeah. So there was
Is the snow at all advantageous here? Or do we just keep it as, less inputs?
Yeah, less inputs. It's easier just to keep it as snow.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Yeah.
So see, someone else opened this gate and we just go through and take the token. Now we have one more token left.
And there's on a couple of the other levels, ring doors that Lumi will let one of the other racers open.
Yes.
Wow, those turns look really scary and tight.
They are.
Goodness.
There's a lot of times I just bump into walls just to use the momentum from them. Just to keep momentum. And now it's the challenge race against Tailstall.
Never everyone's favorite character.
Yeah,
I was going to
Tails
say.
doll.
yeah, a very popular character.
Are you at risk of losing to Tails doll, or are you just kind of
Mm.
coded? We don't need to worry about it.
Not at all. It's actually the worst character in the game. Actually, it's always in last
Well, there you
place.
go.
That somehow tracks.
Yes.
I like that the game is also like, how about you 1v1 with the worst character?
Yeah, yeah.
Sonic R moment.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The best characters are Metal Knuckles, Metal Sonic, and Super Sonic. Thankfully, we don't have to race against Super Sonic.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bounce off the
Ooh, a bumper bounce.
bumper, yes. I don't know if it's faster, but that was neat.
True. May as well.
Yeah. Another lap.
I mean, faster and looks cool are basically the same thing, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Sure. Deal.
Yeah.
This run is both so chill and also I'm like every single turn you take, I'm like holding my breath at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We almost slapped Tails doll, but
Aw, so close.
also,
We saw him.
yeah. Just, you got 2 more emeralds.
W.
Yeah. Next is Regal Ruins. So, this track, we start with a pretty neat trick. So, there's a token above a spring, but because Amy can't jump, she can't use the spring. So instead, we're gonna go up here, do a quick turn backwards, and very carefully jump down and get the token that way. Then we take the shortcut and hopefully get another token. We end up first. There we go.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Lumi just casually going backwards on purpose and then getting back into first.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hopefully get more rings. Take the shortcut again, but a different way.
There are a lot of rings needed on this level.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the token over here.
Are the rings just for like 100% completion, or do you need them,
I
you know, to make the stage easier?
need them to open these gates. So there's gates right there that you need rings to open. And if you don't have enough, they don't open. But like here, oh, if I didn't fall, there's a Chaos Emerald in that pyramid. Hopefully I can just do this. So I get this Chaos Emerald. Then I have to hurry. So I go up here, open this other ring gate. There's another emerald in this pyramid. Now hopefully I have everything I can finish in first. I just have to beat Knuckles. Okay, we did
This
it.
doesn't stand a chance.
Yes.
Very nice.
Again, Lumi just casually flying ahead
Yes.
and being amazing.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
so the ring gates, because some of them have like tokens and emeralds, and then some of them are just straight up shortcuts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They're mostly used for shortcuts, but a lot of them have the Chaos Emeralds and the tokens behind them. And so now we're racing against Egg Robo, the another not very good character, but but this will be quick.
The slight catharsis
Also,
of getting
go ahead.
to do this course easily, just straight
Yeah.
forward after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that mess.
It's really neat seeing all the different routes, and the 100% really shows all of them. It's really nice. And we win.
Ooh, nice. Rift hand it. They even do anything with the emeralds, or are they just 100% in?
When you get all of them, you unlock Supersonic, which is
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So not Amy, but
yes.
still good.
Yeah. So this is Reactive Factory, which is probably the scariest because there's a lot of tokens in different places that slow you down a lot. And I don't know if it's because of rubber banding or anything, but it's really easy for the computer players to get in first at the very end. And rings are very, very important here. So first I'm going up this way. And I have enough rings to open this, which has a token, and literally nothing else. It just slows down time.
Just a token.
Just a token, and then we go out and reach this one. And I'm very good on rings, so good. So first I'm gonna open this gate and then just keep going. It shoots out a Chaos Emerald over there, but it takes some time, so we open the gate on the second lap and then just go get it on the third. Not waste time. Because as you can see, Sonic and Eggman are already ahead of me here.
How dare they?
Yeah. So it's gonna be a little scary.
I can't imagine playing this game without, understanding it intricately.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Oh no. Okay.
That emerald has amazing invasion.
It does.
Yeah.
So much dodge.
So there's those 2 emeralds. We have all the tokens, so we just have to rush to the end.
Yeah, there's definitely seems to be a lot to this level. I know in some of the practice I've seen you do, this is where you lost time.
Yeah, this is the scariest level to do. But now we do a challenge race against Metal Knuckles, which shouldn't be too bad. So, the fun thing about this run is this is all self-taught. I haven't looked at any of the other runs. Everything I'm doing here is I've learned myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really impressive, not
Yeah.
only just for a game this old,
Yeah.
but also for a game this complicated.
Yeah. As a kid, I played this a lot, so I basically did speedruns casually, just playing it. And so I decided, why don't I just learn to speedrun it myself? And here we are.
And
When we actually cracked unironically, that's amazing.
yeah. Like, and your skill at this very much shows too.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, this is super, super clean gameplay. I hope chat is as interested in watching this again at Frost as I am.
Yeah.
Because not only do we get the Frost theme with all the snow, but we also get top-notch Amy gameplay.
Yeah.
It's just like everything you can ask for.
Right?
And so now we have all the emeralds and we got supersonic.
Yay.
So, flashing light warning, we're going to Radiant Emerald, which is very shiny and shimmery.
Oh my. Yes, it is.
It's the rainbow road of this game. And this is the final track, so there's no tokens or chaos emeralds to get, so it's just going right to the end.
True victory lap.
Yeah,
After all that hard work.
yeah. So on this track, if you play as Supersonic, you get Supersonic Racing playing in this track. But if you play as anyone else, you get Diamonds in the Sky.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
choice.
yeah,
I like it as a little nod to, your achievement.
yeah. You're playing as Supersonic, so it's Supersonic Racing.
Diamonds in the Sky is still great too. Like every track in this game is phenomenal. So
It is.
never
Very
miss
true.
Yeah. So
And
I have the rings, but I'm going to skip this gate and let someone else open it.
economics.
Yeah.
th- that's probably my favorite one in the run because isn't there, if I remember correctly, the accelerator costs rings?
Yes. And there's an accelerator behind that gate. And so someone else reads rings and they can't use the accelerator, but we keep our rings and we can use it. And so we get a big boost for it.
Well, while we're finishing up the race, to keep with the Frost theme, are there any runs that y'all are excited to see at the marathon besides, of course, Sonic R?
Honestly,
I'm trying to remember any of the schedule right now.
there's so
No, that's so valid.
yeah, there's so many good things going on.
Yeah.
I know Sonic Frontiers is starting day 2, I think, which will be
That's true. That is true.
yeah.
By Sleepy Esther, a
Yes.
true pioneer of the 3D
Yeah.
Sonic experience. So
Oh,
that'll be really, really fun.
yeah. Oh, time will be when I cross the finish line right here. Time.
GG's.
Wow, that was really quick also.
Yeah.
And that's Sonic R, Amy 100%. All the
Aw, I
emeralds,
love the little final screen. It's so cute.
even with Mega Man.
Amy.
So for shoutouts, you can find me at twitch.tv/RadiantLumina. I haven't streamed in a while, but I'm hoping I can soon. And you can find me on Blue Sky as Radiant Emerald.
Yeah, I've been QEV. I don't stream currently, but I'm hoping to get back into it after dealing with some life stuff. And I just want to thank Lumi for having me on.
Yeah.
Well, y'all were wonderful. That was an absolute joy to watch. And if y'all would like to watch that run again, but for charity, and again, similarly fast, similarly as impressive, you should definitely tune back in on Sunday, because that is when Sonic R is going to be shown at 7:42 p.m. roughly right now, Eastern Time. So definitely come on back for that as part of Horsepital. But also, don't go anywhere, because we have one more run tonight, and this one's a wild one. It's Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Creature Corner, the GDQ Hotfix show all about non-human protagonists and player characters, showing those speedruns off. And oh my gosh, did Radiant Lumina just do that with Sonic R? By the way, just want to congratulate her because that was a massive PB run. We didn't quite clock it at the time, but now we know. So chat, definitely give a big round of applause for that fantastic Sonic R run. Amy, 100%. Now, that run was very controlled. It was very calculated. There was a lot of tech that we were using. There was a lot of like known routes, and we're going to bring you pretty much the exact opposite here. This next run, it's called Lawnmower Percent, and well, we'll explain more of that as we go, but I do want y'all to be aware that this is a randomizer run. So you are going to see not only a really fun run tonight, but also if you want to tune back in for this run at Horsepital, not only will you see a totally different state of the game because it is a randomizer, but you'll also see this run in studio. That's right, this is one of our in-studio runs at Horsepital, but we're bringing it to y'all remote tonight to give y'all a little preview. I'm gonna let Cryelli explain more of this because I love this run. I think it's so good. Let's go ahead and hang out with the Fox. This is TUNIC Lawnmower Percent by Cryelli. So slash us into it.
Thank you, Satan. Hello, everyone. I'm Cryelli, and welcome to TUNIC Lawnmower Percent. What is Lawnmower Percent, you might ask? Well, instead of doing something normal like going and fighting the end boss, beating the game, we don't want to do any of that. It is chill time. It might be randomizer time, but it is chill time. We are here to garden. We are here to mow all of the grass in the game. All 6,227 pieces of it. It's a lot, but genuinely a really fun speed run. Frequently quite stressful, surprisingly. So I'm very happy that I don't have to just do it by myself. I have my lovely commentator here, Cyan Amphibian.
Thank you, Cryelli. Yes, I am Cyan Amphibian. I go by Cy. I am here to help explain the chaos as Cryelli just speeds on through this. I love this game casually. I have worked myself up through a couple of randos to a grass rando myself, Lawnmower Percent. Not anywhere near as fast as Cryelli will do it.
Oh. All right.
Are you ready for the countdown?
I am ready for the countdown. We've got a short cutscene right at the beginning, so we'll get into a little more of the specifics of what actually needs to happen here. But we will start with that countdown. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Look at that. All right, so yes, Kree is getting right into it here. So with Lawnmower Percent, we want to limit how many in-logic checks are in phase 0, like the sphere 0, the first sphere of checks that you can access in the randomizer in logic. There are only 21 checks in logic with all of the different settings we have on. Until we get our logical cutter, grass is not in logic. This is very important. Most of the checks are grass. Most of our items will be in grass. But while we do not have our logical cutter, we will see some important... Yeah, we have fire. We can still take it. Oh, we got a magic orb out of logic. That is going to be really good.
That's exciting.
So yes, our in-logic checks is still 21. That was an out-of-logic orb that did not expand our reach there. So to cut grass, our logical cutter is going to be 2 items, essentially. So instead of getting like the stick or the like metal sword or anything like that, we have sword progression. So you'll get the first sword progression that will give you the stick. If you get a second sword progression, and the stick cannot cut grass. If you get the second sword progression, that will be the metal sword, and that can cut grass. The other option is there is a card that is called Glass Cannon. That makes your swings with any sword, including the stick, catch things on fire. So one of those 2 will be our logical cutter. So you're going to see Kree run around to all of these chests to try to find the pieces.
Yeah, and we got orb, which is nice to see because it means the important thing is it means it's not going to give us orb normally, which would pretty significantly expand our checks. So we're happy to have it. It also gives me a lot of early game movement that I wouldn't already have. It also, though I don't usually use it for this, it also gives me a option for ladder storage. I can use the orb to do ladder storage, which is a trick we'll talk about a little later.
Yes.
Whenever I first decide to do it, but it's one of the big major glitches of Tunic, and we will merrily use it to break the game at some point. But right now, I'm just looking for either my cutters or to get out of Sphere 0. Can you wake up, please?
Yes, that's
turret
the.
isn't waking up for me. Come on, there you go. Thank you.
Really thought about that.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the other option. We could find ladders. One of our settings is ladder rando. We don't start with ladders in the game. We have to find them. And so that keeps Sphere 0 nice and tight because you can't access a lot of areas off the bat.
Yeah. Where? Okay, I mean, I will merrily use those, but I'm happy to see those. But that's not bombs in Tunic are not part of the logic. They're just a consumable and a filler item. So that's going to be the end of this section. Now I need to go back to the checkpoint. But I will gladly use them to break some grass.
Oh, yes.
I do love that the two options for chest are grass and bomb.
Also means I don't have to go quite as far out of the way to get to this chest. I am happy to see the dynamite, but I'm less happy to have not seen any other indication. Oh, there's a ladder.
Good. Okay. All right.
I
Good or not. We'll see.
my vetter has some habits, I see. I love that.
Yeah, we have a vetted seed, but I understand we have a bit of a chaotic vetter.
yeah. I love Scipio. He's both one of the randomizer devs and the vetter for this seed. And he knows how to bring out the best in my runs. And he particularly knows that I, despite knowing that I can check that location, I very rarely succeed in checking that location. Come on. There we go. Perfect. So that is our first ladder. We'll see where it takes us. Now, hopefully it takes us right to our cutter. Ladder's near. Okay. Ooh, that's a good ladder. In fact, I'm gonna go use this turret a bit more. Yeah. Can I borrow you? Yeah, can you give me just a little bit? Thank you. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to get my laurels hint. Ordinarily, it would be kind of inconvenient to do that right now, but
here's ladder storage.
That particular this is ladder storage. So we're tricking the game into thinking we're on a ladder when we're not, and it basically suspends gravity, lets us walk out of bounds, lets us do all kinds of things. And I'm using it to come over here because I want to get a very important hint. Ruined Atoll. Okay. So I want to try to get to Ruined Atoll as soon as I can, once I have my cutter. Because that is the hint for where Laurels is. Laurels is an incredibly important item. I would like to get it as soon as possible. But it's probably in grass somewhere. So I do want the cutter before I go ahead and find that. Hi, do you have something interesting to tell me? Gun in the bell tower. That's a... Oh.
That could be reachable. Oh, isn't there like a 1 in 2 chance of that being?
It could be. If that's an interesting hint. I'm gonna go here anyway because there's still a few chests here, and I'm already over here. But that is accessible, so that could be our next piece of logic, which would be a fascinating piece of logic. Does that,
Indeed.
in addition to letting me cut some grass,
guns
still
can
out
cut
of
grass.
it opens up a few chests. So that could be the next piece of logic. And yeah, one of the settings we also have is
Oh, all right. There's
all right.
That's a stick.
There's a stick. I just need one of these guys to come over here and let me out of here. Thank you. I'm gonna go down to this chest. These guys still chasing me. Oh, good. The slimes are in good positions to get this chest. Sometimes those slimes can be in kind of rough positions, and we'll just be too close to that chest and I'll have to lure them away. Hopefully this is gun, because we're actually low on checks again. There's only 2 checks in here. Gun would be a few things and would let me cut some stuff. That's a piece of grass. So is there a gun back here? Is there? Oh, that's mean. Oh, that's mean, Silent. Or that's mean, Scipio. That's really mean. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna break out my. Wait, where's the? Did I not pick up the stick?
Yeah, that
I accidentally declined the stick.
we're gonna go back to that stick.
We're gonna go back to that stick because we need that for multiple reasons. I accidentally declined the stick. Okay, that wasn't too
Never
bad.
decline stick.
I'm glad I noticed before I death warped. But we need to go into well. The next piece of our sword is probably in well, which means I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little ritual here that I will talk about in well, actually. Because it's like... So well is one of the very early game areas. However, and in the randomizer, it's an area you're expected to have only a stick in. In the normal game, you have a sword, and these spinny slorms can be quite nasty with just a stick. They can be quite a headache. So I've just pulled out my good friend, the AI freeze. These slorms would usually be spitting at me and trying to get to me, and they can do nothing. In fact, nothing can do anything. I am now my worst enemy in this game. I am the only thing that can actually hurt me. And there it is. Okay.
Hey, logical cutter.
There it is. Let's get out of here. Let's cut grass.
Yeah.
All right.
Mow.
I'm gonna start by going over here. So there's a couple pieces back here that I didn't grab, and I never
Y'all
got
can
the stick.
follow along with our progress at the top of the screen here. You can see both the amount of grass in this particular area and the total. So there's 1417 in this overworld map, and there's 6227 overall.
Ooh, magic deck.
Ooh.
And as I said, I won't let Laurel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we're cooking.
We're gonna cut fast.
Now we're literally cooking.
Yes.
It's fire time.
Woohoo! Let's be an environmental hazard.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to be a menace. So that's the glass cannon that lets us light things on fire as we cut, which is going to be very good both for just swiping at little pieces of grass and then running away, and also for making sure we don't miss grass. Because even when we just hit a little bit, the entire patch will burn, and it's otherwise very easy to just tap a piece of grass, like to just miss like one piece of grass behind a statue or something, and end up end up having to spend a lot of time searching. Ooh, that's another good item. The Daft Stone will save me a little time in death warping. As it is slightly slower to death warp than it is to use the Daft Stone, which lets me teleport back to mostly the overworld checkpoint. I could teleport here. I keep forgetting I have warp. I could teleport up here. I could teleport to another checkpoint, but if I use another checkpoint at this point, I would have to reapply the AI freeze, and I don't really want to do that. So instead, I'm going to do other stuff. Hopefully all the grass burnt there. If I'm missing a grass piece in Overworld, this is where.
We will know.
We will know.
Load it down.
Because that is the danger with the fire, is because I can swipe grass and run away, that means I can swipe grass and get through a load zone before the grass is finished burning. And then I will have left the grass behind.
Too fast, Fox.
Too fast.
On that.
Too fast, too fox, indeed. Can I do that?
Oh yes, and for anyone who's unaware, Glass Cannon has the extra effect, the detriment of bringing your HP down to 1. So AI freeze
Yes.
is particularly nice with this.
Yeah, the AI freeze was always part of the plan here. It was, I just had to, just used it a little earlier to make those swarms safer. Because otherwise these enemies would be trying to ruin my day, and they are quite effective at it. At 1 health. Just takes
Instead, they
any
just
little
peacefully
mistake.
watch the show.
Yeah, they're just watching Lawnmower Percent with the rest
Yep.
of us.
Yeah.
Exactly. Grab and chat.
So we are in Ruined Atoll now, and that's where we had our hint for the laurels. That's what we're hoping to find.
Is very much what I would like to find now. That is the last key piece I need. Oh, that's good. That's less good.
Oh,
That is what I mean when I say I am now the most dangerous thing to myself in this run.
that was
Because I can
glorious.
still easily kill myself, and I do need to use dynamite on various things. Occasionally.
Like those. Yeah,
like
that
those
grass
pieces
right
of
there.
grass. Fortunately, I did get prayer, so I can take the fast way back.
Heck yeah. That's another setting, shuffle abilities. And so at 10, 20, and 30 gold questigons, Crealia will get an ability back. Either Prayer, Holy Cross, or Ice Bolt.
Yeah. There's one ability in particular I'm really hoping to get back in 7 questigons, and I'm really hoping to find all 7 questigons in this area. Not sure how likely that's going to be, but it'll be great if it happens. Because I found all of the other pieces I need for the Ice Rod,
Ice Bolt,
which is one of the the Ice Rod, Ice Bolt, which is one of the disabled abilities. And I need that to get a few pieces of grass in this zone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to get down there.
So nice.
And I could get down there without it, but it gets a little more awkward. So I'm gonna hold off a little bit. Clear the grass, find my laurels. Before I give that a try, hopefully find Ice Rod, and then give it a try before I head back to Overworld to clear more grass. But it does mean I should be all set to fit, with Magic Wand and Orb, I should be all set to finish this seed. Once I find laurels.
That's really nice to know, 15 minutes
It
in.
is, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to know, occasionally worrying for other reasons. But it means, you may have noticed that I completely stopped opening chests. There's multiple chests that I've just walked straight by. There are 6,000 pieces of grass. Almost everything I need to finish the seed is going to be in grass. And picking up chests costs time. I have to go to the chest. I have to sit through that animation. That costs time. We don't have time for that. But if an important item is in the chest, then I can get stuck if I haven't opened the chests. But because the hexagons, there are 20 extra of them, I'm basically guaranteed to get my item one way or another. Or to get ooh, nice sword upgrade. Just using that for safety. Excellent. I'm fairly guaranteed to get the abilities, which is another reason why we use the Questagon setting, is that it makes it essential, like incredibly unlikely that the seed will ever successfully prevent us from getting an ability. The other two pieces for ice bolts. There are 2 runes. Okay. The other 2 pieces to ice bolts, the rod and the magic dagger, are there's nothing we can do. Those are single items, but fortunately we have both of them. So having those 2, I am now confident that I don't need to open any chests at all. Where is this Laurels?
Great question.
Thinking about that, which chests can't I see?
Oh, they're like 50 blades of grass. Oh, wait, you would need laurels to get there. Never mind.
I would need laurels to get there. They can't be over there.
Mm-hmm.
At least I hope they're not. Oh, there they are. There you are.
Hey,
there you are,
pretty grass.
Okay.
Nice.
For a second there, I was worried I was going to have to bomb that wall and go open some chests after I spent several minutes talking about how I didn't need to open any chests.
Yeah. That would have been funny.
It would have been great. It would have been amazing. And it's why it occurred to me at the last second there. Oh, excellent. Yes, this is perfect. Yep, and we're all done. You saw that green number in the corner. We're done with grass in this area. And since I have Ice Bolt, I can now get down here very easily without this ladder. I just need to come over here, freeze him in the hole.
Oh, wow.
And fall down here. And now I
Very
can
clean.
grapple down here. Now I just need to re-equip the sword. And that is the 26 pieces of grass in here and the 10 pieces of grass that I would usually need that ladder for, but not today.
Beautiful.
And now, since I have laurels, I think I'm going to head to West Garden. West Garden is right over here on this side, and I don't need anything else to clear it.
We are Speedy Fox now.
Yeah, we are speedy. I might actually do. How are my items? Okay, I don't have an upgrade that I would like to have, which is a shame, but bad time. There we go. Oh, I just
Those blades of
remembered,
grass
I don't
are
have
so rude.
gun. I don't have gun, and I know where gun is. What do I want to do?
That's true.
I'm just.
I think
you know
you
what?
have
I'm just gonna
the
pray.
East Forest ladder.
Yeah, I could go get gun, but I think I'm just gonna pray instead. Because I don't want to come back here, and this will enable me to get to the grass anyway, and I don't really want to turn off the AI. I think that is my fast choice here. It's going to be to just that. I wanted to go in here to get a check or to get somewhere to save quit too. So I'm just gonna do that now. Still worth it because I have a long way to go in this area. This area is one of the less populated for grass, but it's pretty large and multi-layered, so it ends up taking a while anyway. You kind of have to go all over the place. The grass is kind of spread out and very easily hidden by these rocks. That's not the offering I'm looking for. At this point, what I would really like to see is what I would still like to see is a stamina upgrade, because that will let me do another glitch that will make me even faster. Because you might note right now I'm walking a lot instead of running, and that is because hey, there's the ladders I don't need. That is because when I'm swinging the sword, I don't generate stamina. So with how much swinging the sword I'm doing to break grass, it can get, like, my stamina will basically go down unless I stop and walk for a bit. And when you're running, stamina regen's much slower. This sword upgrade is doing work, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Got a couple pieces here that I need to throw a bomb for. They're on little sections that I cannot get down to. I'm just... Satan knows why I'm doing this. There's a piece of grass back there that is hidden.
I remember.
The fire.
Flash me back to D&D. Yeah.
The fire would take care of it, but you know, we have to make sure. We have to make sure.
Be safe.
Never again.
Never again.
Even our giant fire sword can let us down sometime.
Yep. And it did that day. And hopefully, so there should be 7. Yes, good. 7 is the correct number. So that is the grass that is left on the side there that I'm going to teleport back to later. As soon as I find a convenient checkpoint. And I cannot remember if I have swamp ladders. So I'm going to do up here. Since I know
So
guns
don't
here,
recall seeing
and I would
that.
find light gun. And ooh, okay, this is good. This is reasonable. Oh, perfect.
Well, there we
Hey.
go.
Okay, I know what I want to do.
There's so many little micro decisions you have to make throughout this whole run.
There
And
really
I mean,
are.
of course, it's a randomizer run, so
Yeah,
you have to really do so much.
Yeah.
It's impressive to watch you do this anytime.
Yeah. So
I see it.
yeah, at this point, we've cleared the eastern half of the map. Other side, the western half. We've cleared the western half of the map, so we have only 3 areas left. Yeah, only 3 major areas left. There's also Quarry, which doesn't have very much. Yeah, Quarry doesn't have very much. Ladders in Swamp, which I don't really need, but it's nice to have. This is East Forest. I don't remember if I have the lower East Forest ladder, but again, Orb and Ice Bolt solves pretty much all of my problems in terms of getting places. So I don't care if I have these ladders or not.
True.
I will go ahead, because there is a warp pad right here.
So nice that you have fire here.
I will go ahead and grab... This is a little out of the way. I'm gonna go back to this portal I activated. And get these 7 pieces. Now that's done.
Those essentially are only reachable with gun otherwise.
Yeah. I could do some ladder storage stuff to get out there. But it's kind of awkward, and in order to like guarantee that I could do it, I would have to re-enable the AI. And I decided
yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
So fair.
There's 4 pieces there. I decided I wanted to just be done with it that way instead. I did get my fire bombs. Oops.
Fire really is so much of a time save in this area.
It really is. Firebomb. Perfect. We're just waiting for that to finish up the grass.
Firebomb that.
Firebomb everything. There we go. All done. That piece. Go in here to set this return point and clear this grass. Like 2 sword swings. The level 3 sword is also really good. Now,
Yeah, that
I need
increased
to get
range.
down here. Now I need to reload from not very far away. I need to do the other thing. There we go. Now I need to grapple down here, and I do not have these ladders, so I would ordinarily need to do, I would ordinarily be able to just walk down here, but today I need to grapple. I really don't want to come back, and I really don't want to have to find those ladders. So again, grapple to the rescue. And
Native
now-
solutions.
Beautiful.
Yep. The all-purpose grapple. Oh, there's 2 random pieces. I could have spent a while looking for those. Okay, and
Good
now...
save.
Yeah. Now we've just got a few pieces. You can see 5 of them down there, but there are actually 2. Oh, lantern. There's another patch lower, and I think that should be everything. Yes!
Nice.
All done with these forests.
Woohoo.
Just got a bit of grass to clean up on the way out. And then we are on our way to Eastern Fortress. Just gotta zoom past this guard. He's very effective at his job. I'm pretty sure his job is gate maintenance, because it sure isn't stopping us. There is not a single category that needs to fight him. He is... Oh, there's the gun. Hello.
Categorically
Nice.
useless, huh?
All right.
I'm
I believe
sorry.
That should be... Yeah.
Curse the broadcast.
There should be all the grass here. I'm gonna go this way to get to the fortress instead of wait for that ladder. Ladder's to south of Toll, which is not a ladder I should ever need. Not in a good run, anyway. It's a ladder I could need in a rough run, but... We're just kind of numing. Another place here where I am the biggest danger. There's these fire barrels up here. Ooh, there's... that's
Right. So glass cannon does make you immune to fire, except for this fire.
Yeah, except for this fire. Some fire is different. Some fire is not the same fire. This is one of those fires. I do not know why this fire is different, but it is. We'll deal with the grass up there shortly. First, I have to come over here and deal with this grass. I'm just going to light a little bit more there. My nemesis grass. Okay, that's all of it.
And the combat items really aren't doing much for us right now, right?
No, they're not. If we find,
Oh, we do have
one of
stamina.
them, they'll be useful. I do have a stamina upgrade. I'm going to go use that shortly.
Nice.
There is a single piece of grass over here that should be the last piece in the area. I think that was good. Yep. Just toss a piece of dynamite, then reload to be down here without throwing that switch. And now there are checkpoints in here. So I am going to do my second ritual because I should have plenty of money. I'm not sure that's... There we go.
I'm constantly in awe of all of your micro optimizations.
Thank you. So this should be closing. I'm buying this as many times as I need to, which isn't that many times, honestly. But now I have more stamina than I will ever need.
And very little money.
Especially because I can continue to completely reload my stamina bar. And yeah, very little money. I'm actually significantly in debt. Hopefully no one comes to try and collect the 400,000 gold that I owe them. Because that would be a problem. I could not do that.
Could we
we're
save
just
that
gonna-
for after the run? Post credit.
Yeah. Post credits. I also have the DAS stone, so I'm probably not going to clear that. Usually, if I needed to do another, upgrade steal, dying, it turns out, is a very effective way to clear death. Oh, I missed a single. What? Where? Where is it? Oh, that's.
Could it be by the front again?
It's okay. It could be by the front again. Seems like the
I know
only
from one of
option.
my
This is a
runs.
weird area to miss a
Yeah.
single piece in. It is right here by the front. Okay, that's fine. Did I?
Agreed.
What a weird piece to miss with fire. All right, that's East Fortress cleared. I've got. Let's see here. I'm gonna go do quarry real quick. There's not much to quarry. There's not much grass in quarry, but there is some grass, which means I need to go there. Our handy friend Ice Grapple will get us around not having this ladder. Make sure we get all this grass before we leave. And go Newming over to quarry for a walk, taking advantage of our huge stamina bar. I would usually not be able to just continuously blink like this.
You're truly Newming.
Yeah, it is truly time to new. This is why I wanted that stamina bar so badly.
It also always just looks really funny.
It always looks amazingly funny. You can also see, despite the huge stamina bar, I am like, it's back on screen. You can see it.
That's true. That's true.
It doesn't matter because I'm getting out of this area, but that should be everything there.
Infinite.
Yeah, it's not infinite. I can run out. All right.
Wait, did you find your scavenger mask in the quarry?
You know, I did. That's amazing.
Oh, that's funny.
That is really funny. Oh,
The item you need to survive quarry. Here it is in quarry.
here it is. These few pieces right at the beginning of the game in the stick house, and a few more pieces over here. You can also see I'm trying, though I don't always succeed, and it's not always relevant, to blink during the sword swing. And that will actually let me cut multiple pieces with a single swing. Did I come down here and get this first? I did not. Good to know. That will actually let me get multiple patches with a single swing. Let me down. Which is another one of those optimizations, and it also contributes to the stamina problem of the, again, thank you. I knew that. Thank you for that information. Which again contributes to the stamina problem of the, if I'm not walking, I basically am not regenerating stamina. And if I don't have any stamina, I can't blink. I can swing my sword, but I can't blink. I'll do this awkward little hop instead. And if I can't blink, I can't do, I can't keep moving as fast as I can. And I can't double up on my sword swings, which is a lot of where time save comes from in this run, is you spend a lot of time swinging your sword. The less time you spend swinging your sword, the faster the run.
So if I masked correctly when we entered here, this is the end.
This should be the end. This should be the last area.
My goodness.
If everything else went to plan, I'm going in here to get a checkpoint because there is some grass that I need to clear in the back half. I'm trying to steer a little clear of this checkpoint so I don't accidentally activate it because the dodge button is the same as the interact button. I don't have my last sword left, which is a shame, but I'm not going to complain that hard. Like, level 3 sword is plenty of sword. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
Just
Asking you.
I've done a lot of speaking items into existence this week. So
Ladder swap.
I kind of figured.
Ladder swap. Sword upgrade. Wow.
Oh, I love it when the seed is kind.
Speaking of, of course, this is a randomizer run, and this, seed was vetted, so, asterisks is sort of on PBs and stuff here, but
yeah.
What is the fastest you've completed a run like this?
The fastest I've completed it we do IGT on the leaderboards. Oop, accidentally opened the chest. My fastest run is 28 minutes IGT, which is about 32 minutes. 32 minutes, half hour, give or take.
Wow,
RTA.
that is very, very fast.
Yeah.
I have a sense that this is pretty fast, but I don't currently know.
It is pretty fast. I don't think we're quite topping that, but like this is a similar area.
Yeah, the beginning of this was much slower than that run, and that is usually like once you get started with cutting, it's a pretty typical speed run. It's part of what I like about this is that like you have your randomizer routing, you have your improvisation, and all of that, but also like you're spending a lot of time doing this, and like the grass is always in the same place, the sword is always the same, the swing is always the same, laurels is always the same. So like once you're down to brass tacks of we are here and we are cutting grass, it's a speed run. And I really like that about
once you're down to brass tacks. I'm sorry, it was
I mean,
right
they
there.
are kind of tack shaped.
That's true. Yeah. But no, I agree. It's really satisfying to see you, first of all, have to make all those tough decisions at the beginning, figure out what your kit looks like and all that. But then, just the mastery of the controls. The game is really nice to watch after that.
I think I've missed a pack. But it should be relatively... Oh, I haven't. So we're going to do one last ladder storage using kind of a variant called Laurel Storage that actually lets us go just straight through pretty much anything we want to get back here.
Nice.
Because we've got some last pieces of grass over here. I got that and that. And I think I did miss some grass, but fortunately getting back from here isn't going to take too long. And then I have to go hunt down, I think, 2, maybe 4 pieces? Okay, 4 pieces. That's not too bad. We're just going to do one more ladder storage to get back into Swamp proper so we can go hunt that down. Oop.
All right, you got this.
Okay. This is a fun one. I really like this Laurel Storage. Oop.
Yeah, it is wild.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Just
We're
straight
too
down
high up
there.
for that.
So going down in ladder storage is actual. Oh, it's right there. That's time.
Hey!
Oh yeah.
Hey, GG! Woo!
GG.
Didn't even have to show off that seeker spell.
Didn't even.
That was awesome.
Started to put it in and didn't even use. Like, oh, it's right there. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, and that's time.
Well, that was very fun. Sub 40 run, by the way.
Oh,
really,
nice,
really
nice.
impressive.
That is a very good time. I'm just going to go here, both so I can get the IGT and also so I can show off the reward.
Please do.
For
Yes.
finishing the game with true ending, notably. It has to be true ending, because otherwise you just fight the air. Instead of presenting something else to her, we present the thing we have spent so long collecting. 35 is good. 35.57 is a good time. That would have been very close to my world record like a week and a half ago or something. We present the grass. We've worked so hard for it.
The grass.
Oh.
And Cray, you were so underestimate that if you wanted to show anything off or talk about anything, we've got a little bit of extra time, so do whatever you like.
What do I want to show? I must have something. Oh. I kind of want to talk a little bit more about the AI freeze. So that's one of those. Yeah.
Do it.
Let's, I need to load back in, and if I remember correctly, so one thing about the freeze is it's incredibly sticky. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so this is just going to finish the game again? I think it might. Okay, yeah. That was something that was added in a later version that I've forgotten about. But actually, I can just do a new game and show off that the AI freeze is still in place.
I'm excited to see.
Because, like, it just won't... The AI freeze is such a silly bug. we're like interrupting the checkpoint halfway through, and it just breaks everything. At least everything about the AIs, and it's just so fun to me. Actually, I'll show off something that I'm not going to be showing off next week as well.
Ooh, exclusive Hotfix content.
Yeah, which is this setting. This is enemy randomizer.
Enemy rando.
Which works very well with the AI freeze because it means I can just kind of walk around some very dangerous enemies, and they'll just kind of sit here. This one still works. The turret still works. This is basically the only enemy that can still attack me is that turret.
Why does the turret ignore it?
I assume because the turret doesn't have any actual animations. Because that's the thing, is most of this, like most of what's, and I want to tweak this setting a little because it's on balanced enemies, and I don't want that.
Oh, we don't need to do that.
I don't want that. Balanced enemies is too kind. That's more like it. That's more what I was going for. We've got a nice burb. You've got a sword guy from the beta world. So I'm what's actually happening, like, because you can see as I walk past things that like exclamation points are popping up. Like things are aggroing to me. This is an admin. Don't worry about him. This is this is one of the guys in Swamp that just kind of ignored us.
Now he's
so you can
like
kind of see
cool
he's
NPC.
rotating, but like not doing anything else. And that's because the rotation isn't an animation, but like the attack is, the moving around is, everything else is. And what's actually broken is, as with a lot of TUNIC glitches, what's actually broken is the animation engine. So I'm pretty sure that thing can still attack me because the turret, like, because that's not an animation. Like, this guy won't get up. The siege engine, we actually saw briefly in this state. It won't get up here either.
Oh.
It will start the boss music. Yeah, it's scaled down for the enemy randomizer because it really doesn't fit anywhere, but it's adorable.
Yeah.
And like, it's such a sticky glitch. Like, if I close out the game, it'll fix itself. But if I start a new game, it will still be frozen. Ooh, that's a fun one.
Just life now.
It's just, yeah, everything's just frozen now. But it's also really simple to fix.
That's the best kind of glitch.
The best kind of glitch. Huge impact. Easy remedy.
Oh, uh-oh. This is not a situation we can be in right now.
This has become a problem.
Oh, no.
No.
Don't get Yoshi'd. No.
Ow.
Cry escape.
Oh, there's
this.
a big one there. I messed that up. Hello.
Are you not
are we all doing
dead?
good? Practice.
This is a true Souls-like moment.
I did a lot of grass rando before I figured out before I realized just how much I could leverage the AI glitch. Like just because I've known about this glitch for a while, but for most categories in TUNIC, this glitch has very little significance. We do too much with enemies to have freezing them be worthwhile, and there are enough enemies that just like don't work correctly if you freeze them. Including the air, you can actually completely hard lock your game. If you if you get the air to the second phase with the AI freeze enabled, you will have to crash your game to continue. Because you won't be able to access the menu, and because she can't play the animation and the cutscene is tied to the animation, she just gets stuck.
That makes sense.
And can't do anything. And there's a number of other situations like that where there's just like, there's an enemy we grapple to that normally is a very reliable grapple target, but with the AI freeze, it can end up in a state where it just cannot be targeted. There's a few other bosses where like we can't actually kill them very easily. Siege Engine never just never gets up, and the hitbox is never interactable. So like for a bunch of reasons, that glitch, despite how powerful it is not useful in most categories. But it's perfect for this category. So I have to spend most of my time at no health. It's perfect. It's also perfect for enemy randomizer if things get a little too hairy. No, that's a big situation down there. I've had enough of it, and we're just gonna go back to chill time. Okay, everyone? Yep, good. I'm glad we're all on the same
chill
page.
time.
Yeah,
Well, that was very fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very entertaining. Thank you for showing us the madness of both enemy rando and the strange calm of AI freeze. Good stuff. And if you both of y'all would like to do any shout outs, now is a fantastic time.
Yeah. Shout outs to Scipio. As I mentioned earlier, he vetted the seed. He is also one of the randomizer devs. Also shout outs to the other randomizer dev, Silent, who does the bulk of the work, including making all of these fantastic things. The randomizer is really solid and really good. It's so fun to play. There's so many little knobs. I highly recommend it if you love TUNIC. I highly recommend playing TUNIC just for the randomizer. It's that good. Also, shout outs to the crew from Frost 2025. 2025. Especially Grey Goo Glitch. I probably wouldn't be running this now if you hadn't invited me onto that race. Similarly, shout outs to Astra the Horror Girl. I'm not sure I would be this involved in any of this if she hadn't invited me to commentate, just kind of on a whim a few years ago, or a year or so ago. So huge shout outs to her. I think that's about it. Sai, do you have any shout outs?
Just shout out to you for letting me join you on this touching grass journey. It's been really fun and has I've gotten new life out of TUNIC too. Like I played it casually and I did true ending 100%, but then I never touched it again until you invited me to comms, and now I've had so many more Tiny Fox experiences. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited to see it again next Wednesday.
Yeah. If you want to find me elsewhere, you can most importantly find me next week on Horsepital. But otherwise, I very rarely stream. You can mostly find me in various Discords, including the TUNIC Speedrunning Discord. You can find the invite link to that at tunic.run. You can also find info for the randomizer at rando.tunic.run. I'm also on the Frame Fatals Discord all the time. I'm on the Lady Arcaders Discord all the time. Discord is where to find me, but sometimes I stream. And again, you can definitely see me next week on Horsepital.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that to be cleared. That TUNIC run is going to be on Wednesday, March 11th, which exactly is a little bit less than a week from now. Whoa, it's coming up at 2:14 p.m. And it is going to be an in-studio run. So it's going to be live from our very own studio. That's going to be loads of fun.
Yep.
And of course, speaking of, y'all should tune in this Sunday, March 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern for Horsepital 2026, benefiting the National Women's Law Center. And if you missed out on Out of the Box or Creature Corner, stay tuned as we replay both shows after this. You can also check out twitch.tv/GDQTV, GDQ's 24/7 always-on channel where you can choose your own adventure watching runs from GDQ's past. It's brand new and really cool. And I hope y'all enjoyed this edition of Creature Corner, this Horsepital's preview, and y'all better stay cool. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye.